Okay, here we go. So today I want to talk about a little bit about lines and drawing lines. There's lots of lines you could draw with this one. I'm going to show you this trade. I use it specifically for the Asian because when I'm bored. But you can use it all the time. I use this with a $50,000 account. I don't use it with my main accounts. And it's just a quick hit. I have a trailing um, I have a trailing that gets I think like three or four, depending on whether it's Asian or U.S. session, and max like eight ticks. And so that's it. It goes pretty quick with this one. There's a lot of opportunities. It keeps my mind active, and so I don't fall asleep. It does have to kind of move things around a little bit, but I do like it, and I've made money with it. So I just want to show you this one. So let's get into this guy. All right, so we're looking not at my charts, but this is just plain old trade of eight. This is just the candles on here. And the strategy, and these are some of the trades I made. This is actually one that lost on me. And then I made it back there and I made it back there again. And then another one there. So I did all these trades based on just the highs and lows of the kind of the flow of the candles and of the market, and that's it. So, for example, I put a sell order on the bottom of these guys right here, these three. And how I do it, I just go up here, I hit the lines, horizontal lines, and then mine's blue. And so I'll click it there and I'll put it right there and I'll see if it hits. And on the same side, this is the one I lost, 55 bucks there. Uh, I had a go back to the lines. Let me get out of this thing. Hit horizontal lines, and it hits right here, and boom, there. So I'm going to show you where I put it, where I won. So I won twice. For some reason, it got me in for one. It got me in twice, but I'm not sure how it did it. But that's how it did it. That this particular trade. But on the upside, I did end up losing. So I do want to show you that this one does lose on occasion, but I don't have my profit take and my stop loss aren't very big, and so it's not that very many. And usually I do two contracts, and then the U.S. session I'll do like five or six contracts, and so it gets picked up. It's a quick in and out, and that's kind of how I like this particular trade. It really keeps my mind active during those long stretches when I'm waiting for a bigger trade on my other accounts. So let me rewind back here just a little bit. So excuse the, sorry about this, it's messing your brain there. Again, a few more trades, but I'm going to show you all the lines I drew. Okay, here's they start, and they're brown for us, but that's okay though. So these are lines that I drew. This one actually I made money on. Hello, wake up a little bit, thank you. And so I put so these are sell orders, and this was a sell order right here because the market went down a little bit. I had a sell order placed in right at the bottom of this, and it shot down and did great. This was a buy order. I was looking at put two different lines, and I found that the higher one or the lower one is the way you want to go to. I don't like necessarily the bottom one. I probably delete that. But the higher one for this is where I wanted to be at. And you just kind of go. We see that the market has little ups and downs, little waves, and so you can capture all those waves. Usually, I look for a little bit of space in between the low and the high, and then I would enter it. I didn't make any money in this one because I didn't trade this particular bar. I was waiting for it to go, but my sell order in was on this side over here, and that's how I made. Looks like by $35 profit loss. I'm not sure. I just traded six contracts. Let me. Oh, looks like I think I got one in there. That's it. Um, but you can see all the lines I drew. Again, it's a big steep thing. And now if the market came down to this point right here before I moved it again, this is my sell. On the high side, my buys, like I showed you there. Here's some of my buys I put in, and another buy I put in. This right here would have been a sell, but I moved it. So every time the price does move, I don't leave it there. I do move it with me. And then we have some more sells and some more buys. It's a fun little trade. I like it because it happens often. The percentage of wins is high enough for me that I can make money off it. Even if I have a loss, I can make it back up in one or two trades, usually two trades. And so that's why I like this trade. Now let me scoot back to the very. So we're in the Asian session right now. Asian sessions, it's these are like 50 cents. bars right here. So you don't get very much in a candle, and the volume is like this. This volume's three. That volume's three for that minute. This one's five. This one's 30. Okay, so a little jump in there. But if I was to play these earlier, for example, right here, it's a nice little up down movement, and I would hit a sell order right here, and what I would do is just wait. And this one in particular would have worked out. So put my sell at 162.25. Price came down, boom, hit it. Would have made easy four ticks or more on that. Yeah, because again, they're only 60. These are quarters at piece, and so just had to drop four ticks at least for me to make money on that. I think I actually in Asian session only have three as my trailing. So anything past three, I'm making money. And so it's the Asian session is a little more awkward that way. The US session, I still keep it pretty tight, but I only go, my trail starts at four and I'm still out by eight. Max, if I do go five, six contracts, because usually that many will get picked up. I just want to show you a couple more trades. Hopefully, if I could find them really quickly without boring you all to death. Y'all like this, right? I was gone during this time. That's why I don't have any trades in here. Okay, here's some trades. Uh, okay, so the market got me in. I had a buy order right at this spot right here. So let me draw a line. So go to drawing tools, horizontal line, and then I had the buy in right there, and it came across. We'll stop it right there. So it did put me in. It got me in for one contract. So I was only trading two contracts. And then it got me in again for the second contract. And I was like, okay, this is so fun. It's like 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, and then boom, it shot up on the fourth minute, and I got out for both these guys. I think this one was $15, and this is $15 as well. So that's how I played that one right there. Let's see. Okay, here's another one right here. This was a sell I put in, and so I had. Oh, here's my line. But this line actually moved it up. It was right here at this point. So I go for the lows of it all. And so it got me at that point. This was a bigger one. This one got me $80 because it shot down really fast. For oh, I showed you where I had lost that money on that one. Um, and then a little bit earlier than that, I oh yeah, here's this one right here too. So I placed a buy order on top of this guy because I was just watching it. Let's draw another line for me so you see this. Hold please. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Every time you do this, you have to draw a new line. Slightly frustrating. Okay, there we go. So I had an existing buy order just hanging out. I probably should have moved it earlier, but I just left it hanging out there and it shot up through here. And this was another $80 for this one as well. And this is, Asian session, just two contracts, and it went up a full eight ticks on me. So that was a quick hit. It bounced up really fast and then came back down. It was a quick like, whoa, I made him out, and I forgot about it. If I kept going, I think I would have placed let me make a line. Um, I'm sure there's a better way to make lines instead of pushing that. That would have been my sell order until it moved down. I'm looking for these little dips, and these little dips are harder to see, but here's another one right here. So let's make another line right there for a low and then I look for the buys too. Obviously the buy is going to be up here on the top of this peak. And again, I always go for the higher one or the lower one. And if the price shot back up there, I just had a standing buy order. Didn't make it that way, so that's okay. And for a standing low one, I usually look for something like right about here for a standing low one. You see how the price consolidated? It went flat, boom, boom, boom. And so that would have been a good place to have placed a sell order. So all I would have done was just moved my. I was gonna maybe do that. Let me see if I have to do it again. Yep. I would have just moved this sell order from there to there. And then when the price came down at this point, I would have made, my couple ticks and been out. So I hope that explains a little bit of just how I do this. It keeps my mind moving. I had a text message from somebody earlier. It's like, "Hey, I've been waiting all day long," and then the trade didn't go their way. They're like, "That sucked." I sat there for an hour, did nothing, and then all of a sudden that came about. So uh, this is a slight lower percentage, but you do get a lot of trades in there, so you can get streaky and you could get, two, three, $400, depending on how many contracts you're trading. But good $200 out of this trade. That's great. Some people just want to make $200, and this is a quick one to do, especially in between waiting for those periods when I'm looking for the predictive parlay parsees. So no magic on here. Just have to kind of watch and kind of see the rise and the fall, and to know where those highs and those lows are, and kind of play with it and see how you do. All right, end of this video. I'll end there. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time.